Every day, you wake up with ideas, goals, hopes, plans, but you sit on them, you analyze, you evaluate, you hesitate. And while you're thinking about what to do, life keeps moving. Opportunities don't wait. The world doesn't pause, so you can decide if you're ready. And that's the harsh truth. Life doesn't care if you're uncertain. It keeps going with or without you. You want the perfect timing, the perfect moment. Let me be honest with you, it doesn't exist. You keep waiting for clarity, for signs, for some magical moment when it will feel right. But while you wait, your dreams are dying, and you don't even realize it. Overthinking is the most polite form of self-sabotage. It disguises itself as intelligence. It whispers, be careful, play it safe, wait just a little longer. But behind those whispers is fear. Fear of failing, fear of looking stupid, fear of what others might think. But guess what? You already lose every opportunity you don't take. You already fail every dream you never chase. And that fear you're trying to avoid, it's already shaping your life, just in the wrong direction. Life is passing you by not because you're lazy, but because you're stuck in your head. It's not that you can't. It's that you won't until you break free from that endless loop of what if. So here's your wake-up call. You don't need more time. You need more action. Start now, before another day, another week, another year slips through your fingers. You think overthinking gives you control. You think it helps. You avoid mistakes, avoid pain, avoid failure. But what if I told you that overthinking is the very thing stealing your power? While you're stuck analyzing every possibility, the moment passes. While you're calculating the risk, someone else is already out there doing the thing you're too afraid to start. You're not gaining control, you're surrendering it. Real control is action. It's deciding, committing, and adjusting as you go. It's messy, it's uncomfortable, but it's real. And most importantly, it moves you forward. But you're rehearsing the worst case scenario over and over again in your head, as if fear and failure will somehow protect you from it. But you know what actually protects you? Doing. Learning through experience, failing and adjusting. Every minute you spend overthinking is a minute you lose in real life. Time doesn't stop while you're stuck in doubt. The world keeps spinning, people keep growing. And your chance keeps slipping further away. You think you're being smart by planning every step before you take it. But smart isn't just thinking. Smart is knowing when to stop thinking and start doing. At some point, you have to trust yourself. Not because you have all the answers, but because staying frozen is no longer an option. Here's the truth you've been avoiding. You're not stuck. You're scared. And that fear is wearing the mask of logic. Take off the mask. Take the step. Let go of the illusion. Take back the real control. You keep thinking you have time. Time to figure it out. Time to prepare. Time to be ready. But let me tell you something, time doesn't care. It doesn't care about your fears, your doubts, your excuses. It just moves. You blink, and it's been a year. You hesitate, and the door closes. You wait, and the life you want slips one step further away. Time is not your enemy, but it's not your friend either. It's neutral. It rewards the bold. It punishes the hesitant. The people you admire, they didn't wait until they were ready. They started when they were uncertain. They moved through the discomfort, not around it. Meanwhile, you're sitting on potential, full of talent, full of dreams, full of ideas, but empty on action. That's the real tragedy. Not that you failed, but that you never tried. You tell yourself you're being patient, that you're waiting for the right time. But deep down, you know that's a lie. You're just scared. And fear dressed up as patience is the fastest way to waste your life. You don't need more time. You need urgency. You need to understand that every day you wait is a day you'll never get back. You don't get to press rewind. You don't get a second run at this moment. It's now or never. So stop pretending tomorrow is promised. Stop living like you've got forever. Because while you're overthinking, life is quietly passing. You want everything to be perfect. The plan, the timing, the outcome. You don't move until it all feels just right. But here's the truth. Perfection is a lie. It's a trap that keeps you stuck. Waiting. Preparing. Polishing ideas instead of building reality. Perfection isn't progress. Action is. You don't need the perfect strategy. You need to take the first step. Because clarity comes from movement, not thought. Every successful person you know, they started before they felt ready. They launched messy. They figured it out while in motion. You think you're being smart by holding back, but you're just building walls around yourself. You're using perfection as a shield to avoid judgment, rejection, or failure. And while you're protecting yourself from failure, you're also blocking success. You say, once I'm ready, I'll go for it. But the truth is, you'll never feel ready. There's no magical day where confidence appears and doubt disappears. Confidence comes from doing, from trying, failing, and showing up again anyway. So what if you fall? So what if it's messy? So what if they talk? Let them watch, let them doubt. But most of all, let them see you move. Because the one who moves imperfectly is always ahead of the one who waits perfectly. This is your moment to trade perfection for power. To stop preparing and start executing. To stop overthinking and start living. Forget perfect. Just begin. Because every day you wait for perfection, life moves on without you. You keep looking ahead, talking about the life you want someday. The dreams you'll chase when the time is right. But here's the truth most people ignore. Your future is being built today, not tomorrow. Not next month. Right now through the actions you do or don't take. Overthinking keeps you trapped in your head, disconnected from the real work that creates change. You fantasize about success, but avoid the discomfort required to get there. You imagine a stronger version of yourself, more confident, more disciplined, more fulfilled. But what are you doing today to create that version? Every moment spent doubting is a vote for staying the same. Every day you delay is a silent no to your potential. Let that sink in. You don't become who you want by thinking about it. You become it by showing up, doing the work, failing forward, and not backing down when it gets uncomfortable. The gap between where you are and where you want to be, it's not talent. It's not luck. It's consistent action. And if you won't move now when it matters most, then when will you? You think overthinking protects your future, but in reality, it's writing your future for you one regret at a time. The version of you that succeeds, they don't wait. They act, even when they're scared, especially when they're unsure. So ask yourself this. What are you doing today that your future self will thank you for? You're not in danger, but you're still standing still. Fear is not the enemy, inaction is. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision that something else matters more. Your growth, your goals. Your future. Those things matter more than the fear that's keeping you quiet, small, and invisible. Yes, you might fail. Yes, people might talk. Yes, things might go wrong. But you know what's worse? Wasting your life wondering what could have been. Looking back with regret, not because you tried and failed, but because you never even showed up for yourself. You don't need to be fearless. You need to act even though you're afraid. That's what real power looks like. The people you admire, they're not braver than you. They just stopped giving fear the final vote. So the next time fear tries to keep you overthinking, remember this. It doesn't have to disappear. For you to move. It just has to shut up while you do. Because life is moving, time is ticking, and you have too much potential to waste it in hesitation. Let's stop pretending. You know you're meant for more. You feel it every day, that burning frustration. That quiet voice inside saying, this isn't it. But you keep drowning it out with hesitation. You keep playing small because it feels safe. You wait for signs, validation, perfection. And while you wait, life moves on without you. Enough. It's time to break the cycle. The cycle of what if. The cycle of maybe later. The cycle of overanalyzing everything until your dreams die from delay. You're not lost, you're just disconnected from action. And the only way to reconnect is simple. Do something, anything. You don't need a massive leap. You need a small, undeniable active movement right now. Because action creates clarity. Action builds confidence. Action breaks fear. You're not going to think your way into a new life. You're going to build it with effort, with decisions, with uncomfortable moments that make you stronger. Stop worrying about what people will say. Stop obsessing over whether it'll work. Start living like your time matters, because it does. Everything you want is on the other side of movement. Not perfect movement, just real, intentional, committed movement. So ask yourself, are you going to let your thoughts bury your potential? Or are you finally ready to rise? Because this is your life. And it's not waiting for your permission. Move. Now. Before your future becomes another missed opportunity. And if this woke something up inside you, subscribe. And share this with someone who needs it too. Don't just listen, live it.